Hello my people, here we have a 2010 Chrysler Town and County van. The customer complains about the liftgate. The lady says that the liftgate won't lift up. It's supposed to have an automatic, lift up kit to open it up and close it as well. So she said all you can hear is a humming noise. So we're gonna find out what the issue is with it. So the first thing we gotta do is the lift gate is right here on this side right here. So first thing we gotta do is you got this plug over here on the top. We'll have to remove that because you gotta feel this screw underneath. And over here on the back, you should have two little tabs which appears that they have been removed before. They gone. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this part right here, guys, and I'll be right back. You're gonna have to remove this piece right here as well. That will give you this part right here this piece right here is being held in place by this other one in here. You got some ties behind it, but you have to remove this holder right here so you can pop this part out. Okay guys, so I went ahead and removed the whole assembly from the body. This part is being held by three 13mm bolts. One is right here, this right here. There's another one on this side which goes on this other side right here on this part, and then the other bolt is right there, as you can see it. I removed it so you can see it better. But the first thing that I found out after removing it was that the chain is broken. So that's why this lady, all she could hear was the humming noise. The humming noise was coming from the motor itself doing its job, but it wasn't lifting anything because the chain has been broken. So apparently this is a very common problem among these cars. So I'm gonna show you right now. Before you start replacing these parts, I'm just gonna tell you right ahead that this part is like 200 and up. If you get it done at a dealership, it's gonna be way expensive. So you can always find it online on eBay or Amazon. But there is another way to fix this. So first thing you have to do is make sure the motor is working. So how you gonna do this? Where you can press this button right here. If it doesn't work well, then try the key fob and let's see what happens. You see the motor? So obviously the motor is working. The only problem right here is the broken chain. So you don't have to worry about replacing the motor. All we have to do is replace the chain. So down below my video, I'm gonna be leaving you a link to a part of this change. This change is the size of this change is number 25. You can Google it up by the number 25 change, and it's gonna give you some results where you can find this stuff. Okay guys, we're back at it. The customer, after I examined the problem, I spoke to the customer and I explained her that I was gonna have to order a piece of change to replace the broken one, with the links. And she said that she needed her car like soon, and well, to make it faster, just went over to the local junkyard and I pulled out another chain off of another car that wasn't there. So now we had to just swap that part, put it in there. So we're just gonna take this piece out since the chain is already broken. We're gonna pull it out. As you can see, we're gonna have to swap this piece into here, and we're gonna do that, but we're gonna have to open this clip. This little tab is some kind of lock, some kind of locking pin, so you have to pull it out or push it out. And when you do so, that way you can just go ahead and get out. Well, you might be able to do with your fingers. Just pull it out like that, put it into the new part. Once it's in there, all you gotta do is just push back that little tab make sure it locks in. So I'll find out this one of these is broken. This is from the part I just pulled out of the junk car. So all I'm gonna do is just swap it. But one of the good ones from the broken chain. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna swap all of them. And now we're going to proceed to put this piece, to put this part back in there. But for that, we're gonna have to start from the bottom. Because see this chain right here, it has to ride over the top of that gear in there. So let me go ahead and do that, guys. So the piece is already back in place. The chain is not riding, you know, over the top of the gear yet because we still got to put the other part. I'm gonna show you the other part if I can find out. Right here. So this part right here, this gear goes on the top of that. Of course, we're gonna have to loosen it up, get it out there, because the chain needs to come through this hole right here. So so you're gonna have to remove this bolt over here on the top. Sorry, my camera can't focus, but there's a bolt over here right in the top. You have to remove it. Once you remove this, I'm gonna show you what's the next step. Once you have removed that, all you gotta do is kind of get your screwdriver or something with something that has a point in there, so you can push this pin back. This pin right here, you need to push it back out so you can, you know, release this. So let me go ahead and do that, guys. As you can see, you already pushed the pin back in there. These pieces start coming out. So you gotta find like maybe a flat head screwdriver and push this thing all the way out so you can get the chain back in there. See, the piece came out. I got the gear on my fingers. Now we're just gonna have to slip this piece in over the top of there. Get the chain inside. Get the gear back under the chain. And go ahead and put that piece back in there. So okay, once the piece is back in there, push it all the way in. And guys, you see these little green lines? They had to be lined up because this piece over here has some kind of wobble to it. So that's adjust the riding of the chain. So make sure you line them two lines up together. And once you got it lined up, you can go ahead and tighten up that bolt. So once you got, you know, the gear back in there and the chain all together, it's time to put this piece back, you know, where it belongs to. So after you have attached that motor and the bracket to the body's band, you go ahead and just proceed and, you know, connect the connectors. This is the way it was. There's only two of them, one over here, and this right here goes to the control, to the button. So okay, guys, you know, after everything has been, you know, put back in place, I would recommend you to put some grease on the chain, because as you can see, it was kind of rusty. It was being exposed to the weather conditions, rain, sun. So put some grease in it, just kind of lubricate it. I'm gonna be using some of this. I guess you can use any kind of, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this grease in it, guys, and I'll be right back. And once you put some grease on that chain, make sure that there is no wires on the way. Like for example, this wire right here was real close to the chain. I'm sorry, guys, you can't focus real, you know, pretty good. But anyway, this wire is supposed to be threaded, you know, into this plastic tabs in there. So make sure no wires are close to that chain. And check, you know, if there is no more obstacles in there. So after, before you put everything in the cover back in there, make sure that everything is working properly. Where you want to press this right here, or with the remote control. So let's see what's gonna happen. See, it's working properly. And now, as you can see, some of the chain, you know, still needs some grease. So it's a good thing that I went ahead and, you know, kind of turn it over some. That way I can put some grease in that spot. So I'm gonna try one more time. It's not doing anything right now. So I'm gonna try it again. I haven't put the cover back in there, guys. Like I said, I'm just, you know, making sure everything is working properly. So it seems like everything is working the way it's supposed to. Close. We're gonna open it up. Okay, guys. So it seems like everything is working the way it's supposed to be. One more time. Okay. Alright, guys. So I'm gonna go back and put everything that where it belongs to, and I'll be right back, guys. So okay, guys, everything is back in place the way it was, and seems to be working properly, like I said at the beginning. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope this video comes helpful to you. Maybe you might have the same problem, broken chain, or probably a burnout motor. But like I said, guys, thank you for watching.